Okay, so now that we're back from a quick break, yeah, I like to keep stuff unedited. That's just how I do. I don't like editing stuff. I like for you guys to see the final copy, and thank you to all 25 of my subs for supporting me and everything in between. I've actually been working a little hard, but yeah, Detroit should be an easy game. I feel. I don't really necessarily know exactly if it will be an easy game, but yeah, I have a feeling that it should be an easy game, and we should be 3-1 going into this game. But yeah, at the same time, I am a little nervous, but I do think that we'll end up splitting in the division this year, so it'll end up being 3-3 in the division, and then 2 losses outside the division. And the second loss, I feel like will come in week 6 at Baltimore in week 6. Baltimore just came off of an amazing Super Bowl run. Say what you want about the Ravens, they did impress me, and I feel like they can beat us. I do think that they will too, with John Harbaugh, because I mean this team is just amazing. Ray Lewis may not be there anymore, but you still got Ed Reed, freaking Jacoby Jones, Joe Flacco. This team is going to be way better this season than they were last, I feel. And I feel like they are going to give us our second loss of the season, making us go 3-2. Versus the Browns, that's a cakewalk. I don't even need to explain that. Are we honestly going to lose to the Browns? No. 4-2. At the Vikings, now this is going to be one of those games where I feel like we are going to lose. Now, I feel like we are going to be 4-3 going into this game. I do feel like we are going to lose to the Minnesota Vikings this run, just because I feel like all the games we will be undefeated at home. I do feel us going 8-0 and then 3-5 on the road, because we're awesome at home. So I do see us losing to Minnesota here, going 4-3. Since this is on Sunday Night Football, Minnesota will be pissed off that we knocked them out of the playoffs in round 1, and they're going to want to get their revenge, and I think they do. I think that they beat us, they go, and we're 4-3 now. Our first Monday Night Football game of the year against Chicago. At Green Bay. We're going to beat these guys, go 5-3. I hate Chicago. I hate everything about them. But this team, I think, you know what, honestly, I did change my mind. I think that this may be the only team we get a clean sweep over. I think that we may sweep the Bears and finish with a record of 5-3 in the NFC North. So I feel like we are going to beat the Bears both times, and this leads us with a record of 5-3. At Philly, don't even need to explain that. We're gonna beat the living shit out of them, 6-3. At the Giants, that's going to be a tough game. But I see us beating the Giants, 7-3. Against Minnesota, again, they beat us, so we're going to beat them, and they're eventually going to end up seeing it. They're going to be pissed off. I know that they are. But we're going to end up beating them 8-3. Then we have a Thursday Thanksgiving game at the Lions. And you know what? No. We are going to beat the Lions here. We may lose to the Bears at the end of the season, but yeah, we're going to beat the Lions here. Go to 9-3. Now, week 14 against the Atlanta Falcons, we're going to actually lose this game. We're going to lose this game, and we're going to be 9-4, because the Falcons are just too good of a team. I mean, this team is just too good, and we're not going to be able to beat the Falcons. All the offensive and defensive weapons they have, Tony Gonzalez, freaking Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, they've got a great explosive offense, and our defense is not going to be able to keep track of them, especially if they got a good defense and our offensive line does not keep Aaron Rodgers protected. This team will beat us, and we will be 9-4. Now, versus at Dallas, should be able to beat the Dallas Cowboys here, get ourselves a playoff berth at 10-4. We should be able to beat them, but I don't know if we will. Then versus Pittsburgh, I see us going 11-4 here. Because I mean, I think that we beat them 2 years ago in the Super Bowl, and it's practically the same team. I mean, we can beat these guys easily. I think that we can go past these guys, be able to beat them easily. And then the final game of the season at Chicago, I did change my mind. I do see us losing this game to the Chicago Bears, finishing with a record of 11-5. They're probably not going to be playing for anything, but they're going to want to make sure that we don't get a first-round bye, which I think we still will anyway. But yeah, we should have had a first-round bye last season, but thanks to the Seattle Seahawks and the refs, we didn't. Fucking referees. God damn, I hate them. But yeah, you know how it is. Final game of the season, you're not really playing for anything. This team will come out. We'll probably end up resting Rodgers anyway. But yeah, we'll finish with a record of 11-5, I feel. So, yep, that has been my rant. Peace. I'm out.